You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
It's week 2 of training camp. I believe we have our first with our first NFL game. It's not meaningful, but the first NFL game is this week. We're edging closer and closer to the 2022 season. People are hyped. There's going to be a lot of apologies over the next few weeks and months. I have nothing to apologize to my host, Boss Man, right now. But as always, Boss Man, how you doing?
Now they always say congratulations. Hey, man, I mean, some of us got to shoot shots for a living, and other people, like, all they got to do is shoot one shot, and that's it. I'm going to just leave it there. But how about this? We out the gate early right now. You know what I'm saying? It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. I got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Hey, listen, man. While I'm still one of those people left shooting shots, how about we go to a picture early in the episode? We probably never went to a picture this early in the episode. Listen, I need everyone who's listening on the audio version. If you haven't seen this yet, I don't know where you may have, maybe social media somewhere might have gotten it. But look, man, this could be the first time you've seen this on the internet, and you see it here first on Go Time Dolphins. It is the Tua Tagovailoa apology form. Yes, and yes, the Tua Tagovailoa apology form. And if you got it up, if you are on YouTube, share, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you rocking with us. And if you're listening to the audio version and on our socials at Go Time Dolphins, we appreciate you as well, man. But listen, audio listeners, this is an apology form that has Tua. We have a picture up right now. It's an apology form, has a picture of Tua's name on it. It says to Tua from, and you could insert your name here if you was one of the haters. Then you could put the date on there. And I know here in the States, we put the month, the day, then the year. I believe across the pond where my co-host is from, they put the day, the year, the day, the month, then the year, right?
Yeah.
All right. Take some getting used to. But that's where we at. Then it says reason for behavior. And you can check whatever box you want. Hey, you was a hater once upon a time. You could check the box, whatever box fits for you. I'm going to be very clear. You're no longer allowed on the Tua train, but you can still apologize. The Tua train left the station, but you can apologize right now. And we got some boxes here for you to check. We got the media told me he was a bust box. Then we got the I didn't actually watch Dolphin games box. Check whatever one you want. We got the I only follow Omar and Armando on Twitter box. We got the I didn't think a lefty could be successful in an NFL box. We also have I'm jealous of Tua box. And last but not least, there's the I didn't watch Tua in college box. And at the end, you could confirm it. And I hereby respect Tua Tagovailoa, and I will not talk down on the future first ballot Hall of Famer. Just you gotta love this. So this is the Tua Tagovailoa apology form, and y'all can check the box that you that applies best to you. Kadeem, how many people gonna be turning this form in?
0. because people will never admit it. Let's be honest. Like, we're going to get into how Tua has performed, during week 1 of camp and at the start of week 2, and there will be people that will still turn around and say, nope, X, Y, and Z. It's just practice. Practice doesn't matter. There was the pads wasn't on. There was no actual pass rush, all that kind of stuff. There were people that would say, "Well, can he do it? Over a 17-game season?" And when he does it over a 17-game season, oh well, can he do it for 2 seasons in a row? And when he does it over 2 seasons in a row, it's going to be, well, he got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and Teron Armstead, and well, he couldn't do it with Preston Williams and Isaiah Ford, and it's like, again, at this point, just admit that it's not for you, and again, that's fine. It's the fan base is divided, and if you're a Tua hater, if you don't like Tua, you are never going to switch to the not even the dark side. You're never going to switch to the light side. How much of a Simpsons fan are you?
I rock with the Simpsons.
Do you remember the episode where Bart, Maggie, and Lisa have to go and live with the Flanders, and Homer and Marge try and get them back, and there's a bit where like Homer and Marge have passed this test, to be good parents again, and they drive down to some lake where Ned Flanders is going to baptize the kids, and Homer dies. Like as the water's just about to touch, Homer's like, "No!" And the water touches him. He's like, "Ah, it burns." And then like Lisa and the Bart are like, "Oh, Dad, you're back." And then it's just got Maggie, and Maggie's sitting there in the water, and she's looking at like sunshine and roses and rainbows with the Flanders, and then like just a bog, and it's all muddy and like just frog just jumping, and that's where the Simpsons are. That's basically what the fan base is. You've got the fan base in the middle, and it's all suns and roses and Tyreek Hill 65-yard bombs and Tua over here, and then on this side it's Brian Flores and Jesse Davis at right tackle, and like just 5-win seasons, all that kind of stuff, and it just frogs, and and people would just want to look over there and go, "Yeah, I'm fine with that." Everyone else is like, "Yeah, this is our summer 22, hey!" And people aren't about that life, so no one's gonna fill in this.
Let's go. We out the gate. I told y'all we coming out the gate strong today, man. Oh man, that was too good, bro. So we're gonna get ready for Lila. I told y'all we coming out the gate. And there's a lot of buzz going on in South Florida. All right, Sunshine State. Listen, if you haven't by now, which I'm sure you have, you have seen the clips in practice. And just like my co-host said, "Oh, it's practice, it's practice, it's practice." Well, it wasn't just practice when Tua underthrew Tyreek Hill, was it? When Twitter. Well, how many millions of clicks was it on that one?
Multiple millions. And that's all you need to know. Multiple millions.
Bro, it was a tweet with several million views.
And the thing is, like, it wasn't just that. It was like the New York Post had like features written. Like focus on Zach Wilson and your bummy team before talking about Miami. Like win a division game against Miami, and they were going, "Tua's not it." Blah, blah, blah. It's like, why? Again, focus on your team. Madness.
Bro, listen.
Madness.
It was a practice throw, and we don't even know how many throws Tua has thrown the Hill yet at that moment. It was so long ago, by the way. It's like this had to be under 50 at the time. You know what I'm saying? We're still getting the timer right. Tua underthrows Hill. Not by that much, not by too much either. Matter of fact, a week later, Russell Wilson underthrows Cortland Sutton, and Sutton stops to come back for the ball in practice, but whatever. No one ever heard about that. So anyway, Tua underthrows Tyreek Hill, and the world we almost crashed. The whole world. It was just, we all almost fell off the face of the earth. That's how bad it was. Or that's how bad the reaction was. So now we got 11 on 11. Tua bombing it up. Oh my goodness. The accuracy, the touch, the timing, the anticipation, the chemistry. Tyreek Hill is already washing Tua's dishes. You know what I'm saying? Like he alluded to in the podcast. And everyone now, oh, it's just practice. Oh, it wasn't just practice when it was an underthrow. So why is it just practice now? So we got the clip up. Again, if you're listening to the audio version, check us out on YouTube at Go Time Dolphins. Good things about to start happening.
2.9 million views.
2.9 million views now. That's where we are now with the good pass. You know what I'm saying? Not saying the other pass was bad at all. It was not as egregious as they made it seem. But we got 3 million hits on this video, and just fire it up, Kadeem.
Before I play as well, this is the first open practice session to fans. So fans are in the stands. Like, I'm trying to set some context. Fans are in the stands, they're cheering to a chant, and Mike McDaniel says, "Watch this, guys. Watch this." So, yep, see the snap. Tua says, "Okay, cool." Boom. You see fans jumping like, "Yeah, boy!"
Bro, listen, it was loud too. You know, we did it without audio, but the man, this thing erupted. You would have thought you was in Hard Rock Stadium. Back, it's on the front shoulder. You know what I'm saying? It's led in front of them. Oh my goodness. This look, we got it on repeat here.
Whoever the defender is as well, so very quickly, whoever the defender is, like, we all know Tyreek Hill is quick. The defender's got about a 6-7 yard head start, and then it's gone. It's gone. Like, just like that. Done. Finish.
All right, listen. So we're gonna break it down a little bit because I know everybody's excited. Nobody got pads on, it's just practice. Yeah, I get all that. I'm cool with that. We got to get the timing right. We got to get the reps right. That's me all the way. But I'm also like that when Tua underthrows somebody in practice. So, it's just practice. We got to get right. If you're gonna throw a pick, throw the pick in practice. I'm good with that. See where you could get this ball, what window you could fit these balls in. Yeah, so I'm all right with that. No problem. But I done broke down this film a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. So Noah was on Tyreek Hill in this clip. Now, not to diminish anything, you know what I'm saying, but I have a sneaky suspicion that when Mike McDaniel, like you said, it's the first open practice. We got fans in the stands. I wish I was down there because I would be there right now. But we got Mike McDaniel calling the play. It's single high safety. I'm gonna be very clear with y'all. Dolphins would never, ever, okay, ever have single high safety in the regular season ever again. Those days are over with. That's never going to happen. And if the Dolphins ever see single high safety in a game, just know that play is going to be 40 yards per play if we ever come across single high safety ever again in a football game. All right. So when the Dolphins played the Chiefs, we know we had too high up top. Bobby McCain got hurt. Clayton Fejedelem came in, and even with too high safety, the safety on the back end, which was, I believe, Clayton Fejedelem at the time, didn't even see Tyreek Hill running across. It was just a simple cross, nothing sexy, and the ball went over the top, and we got beat deep. The only deep pass we gave up that game was on that play. So there are a couple of things to take away from this film. It's single high safety. We'll probably never see this ever in the season. Noah was on Tyreek Hill. Cool. Last but not least, whoever's at right tackle. Oh, no, not right tackle. I'm sorry. But the running back, and I'm not sure who it is, but the running back looks like he makes the block, but with pads on, you wonder how close this DN would have came to the quarterback. So there's some things to take away from this film. It's just practice. Roll the tape. Shout out to the producer. All right. Running back looks pretty good. Tape got picked. The block got picked up. No matter how you slice this, though, Kadeem, no matter all the variables in the equation that I just gave you, that ball is on the money, Holmes. That ball is on the money.
So
easy money.
I paused it here. So we've got friend of the podcast, Javon Holland. He was a single high safety. Mm-hmm. He bites down on whoever this is here
underneath.
We're going to assume it's Jalen Waddle, and I believe the other safety here, to kind of at the right of the screen, I'm going to assume it's Brandon Jones. I think when you kind of further press play a bit forward, I kind of see a 2 there and maybe a 9. So I might be Brandon Jones. It's one of those things where Noah's spoken already in training camp how the DB coaches have really been, pushing him to play press, get your hands on them. And to be fair to Noah, from all accounts, he's had a very good training camp so far. The flip side is, I don't care who is this, who you've got on Tyreek Hill in the league, who's going to do this to you. I don't care whether you're Marshawn Lattimore, I don't care whether you're Jair Alexander, I don't care if you're Darius Slay, who's got a very good rating in Madden. Tyreek Hill will do this to you. And guys know this as well. Like, it's one of those things where it's not a Kadeem saying, but we've said this for over and over again. Iron sharpens iron. Noah isn't slow, but Tyreek Hill was that quick. I just want to go to the other clip we discussed, or we're going to discuss, and that's from today, or I'll say today, Monday session. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a Tua throw to Jalen Waddle, and the coverage is Xavier Howard. Have you seen it?
Maybe.
Okay, so we'll go through this one, and tight window to clap back season, all that kind of stuff. This is basically Tua at his best. This is Tua at his best. This is Jalen Waddle at his best. But it's also Xavier Howard. Like, Xavier Howard can't do anything more, in my opinion. Like, this is on the money, keyhole accuracy. Like, look, again, in that's the way possible. How many corners or DBs in general in the league are stopping that? Unless they've got that go gadget arm, you're not stopping that. Because and if you watch it over and over again, X has inside leverage. Waddle beats him inside. X has a bit of the jersey. Waddle's like, nope, that's mine, and it's on the money. Only one person can get that ball, and it's Jalen Waddle. And you see Waddle and X kind of dap it up after, and all the reporters out there in camp have said this has been Tua for the past week, or not the past week, all summer. This is what Tua's been doing. He's comfortable. He's putting the ball only where the receivers can get it. And again, it's iron sharpens iron, because we've seen guys in the league try and test X, and he'll pick that off. No one stopping Waddle. Like, those two clips we've shown, as I'm going over and over again, those two clips we've shown have basically been the Dolphins 1 and 2, and the Dolphins 1 and 2 are burning, our 1A/1B corner and Noah. And the accompanying words to this tweet is, the past few years we've seen X v Devontae Parker, and X has won basically every single matchup. You've got Patriots fans and NFL media going, Devontae Parker looks so good in New England. I can't believe Miami let him go. They're going to regret it. And Dolphins fans going, we're good. Like, he'll get injured week 1. You won't see him until week 5.
It's not even about the injury in week 1. It's not about the reps. It's about the upgrade. Like, bro, when you break up with a chick and you single and she finds someone else, you kind of like, all right, like maybe she's on your mind a little bit. Like, did she get somebody? Like, who's the other dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this guy? What's he bring to the table? Did she upgrade? Did she downgrade? Now, this is not me necessarily, but I can see how the mind would go there. When you break up with the chick, Kadeem, and you land on your feet and you upgrade, you're not worried about nothing else. I don't care what the chick had. I don't care what the chick moved on to. I know what I got. I upgraded. You know what I'm saying? So Devontae Parker could go in New England and do Devontae Parker things. Yeah? Things, yeah? Like, he could go ahead and get a couple jump balls over the season and make some spectacular passes when they don't matter. He could have 4 games where he goes for over $130 and 2 touchdowns. Cool story, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we upgraded, man. Our third option in the receiving core is better than Devontae Parker, bro. I'll take Cedric Wilson over Devontae Parker, Holmes. I don't care. Straight up. So we got a big bet alert that's out there. And talking about the Tua pass, the Tua clip you just played with Xavier Howard on him. X had inside leverage. Waddle beats him on the route, and X actually grabs the jersey, turns him with the inside hand with his right hand, puts the left hand out to try to block the ball. Go gadget arm did not deploy, and Waddle catches the pass. X spins Waddle around and falls to the ground. Waddle check the box. Like, yeah, that's 1 point for me. And you know they dap up and everything, but Waddle really wanted to say some stuff like, you got to be better than this, Holmes. You got to do better than that.
Where, yeah, if that's an NFL game, Waddle kind of looks at the DB like, is that all you got?
That's it.
And then the thing is, like, Waddle isn't a flex like in your face. Yeah. It's just like a little Waddle, and everyone's going, yeah. Tuba's gonna give his own, little snapper thing, and keep it moving. All good. It's before we kind of continue or look at what we hope to see in week 2 training camp, and kind of like a look ahead to other players who have impressed. There's been some news. All of the news. There's been some discussion around. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm not quite sure if I can get up in time. I believe it was the back end of last week. It was Jalen Phillips on friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson. And I believe it's a run play, but Jalen Phillips ball rushes, friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson playing at right tackle. Jackson ends up on the floor. And everyone's kind of said the upgrade at right tackle, it hasn't gone away. I don't want to be too harsh on friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson, because again, same way we want Noah to improve going up against Tyreek Hill, we want friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson, to improve going up against Melvin Ingram, Emmanuel Ogbar, and obviously Jalen Phillips. Before I ask you another question, have you seen that clip, and what do you make of, Jalen Phillips pushing or ball rushing Austin Jackson down to the floor?
You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day, Kadeem. That's how the quote really goes, Kadeem.
Again, I know that's how the quote goes, but over here at Go Time Dolphins, I've remixed it.
What's the remix for the fans, Kadeem?
You win some, you lose some.
See, he don't even know. He don't even.
You win some, you lose some.
No, it's you ride together, you die together.
Yeah. We ride.
I'm done with this guy, man. I'm done with this guy. Anyway, listen. So yeah, you gonna win some, you gonna lose some. Listen, man. Shout out to Travis Wingfield, Dolphins Podcast Network. He got all the tweets on deck, and you go through the tweets and you wonder, man, if the offense is doing this good, what's that say about the defense? And the next thing you know, you go through some more tweets and you get breakdowns of what everyone's doing, and you want to see the back and forth. You want to see the not one unit is dominating the other. You want to see that. So yeah, we got some. We get updates of Austin did his thing today. Austin did not do his thing today. You feel me? This player did that today. Shout out to Trill Williams. He's emerging in camp. You know what I'm saying? 40 acres in a Hellcat, not going away quietly in Myles Gaskin. So you hear a lot. Savon Ahmed balling. I like it. It's unfortunate that we can't have 90 people on the roster. You know what I'm saying? But that actually leads me to this, Kadeem. Several people have contacted me and said, hey, isn't that Kadeem's boy? So Tevin Jenkins for the Chicago Bears is on the trade block. And it's not just like, there's a chance he might get traded. It sounds like they're shopping him. And there's a thing that there is a real conversation that Tevin Jenkins most likely won't make it to week 1 as a Chicago Bear. So I'm gonna give you the floor, Kadeem, because I know that was your boy. You really advocating for the Miami Dolphins to take him. And I came along a little late, and I'm gonna go look at this film and see what we get. All right. So what you make of Tevin Jenkins really officially on the trade block now?
So The reason I brought up Austin Jackson because that's what was going to go next. This is why we do this.
This is why we do it.
100%. No,
Hey,
no one's got that connection.
Look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought?
That's what we do.
Look at this. Look at this.
What we do. And listen, we had an episode talking about, do you bring in extra players on the offensive line? To me, if it's for a day 3 pick, then yeah, why not? Again, it's one of those things where we know the injury concern, the back injury, and he had a very less than under his rookie season was basically a non-factor. But if from what we're hearing about, the leaps and bounds that Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg, and the rest of the offensive line are taking, I'm saying to also we've got a friend. I don't know if you can see that this little fly on the mic and that's gone away.
Hey, Freddie the Fly made it across the pond.
Had to. But yeah, I don't say no. If it's for a day 3 pick, I'm saying yeah. I bring him in the building. We see what we got. And it's healthy competition. Jenkins from his college tape was a mauler. He finished nasty, pancakes. Like I said, I wanted the Dolphins to take him. The Dolphins didn't. It is what it is. But if he's available, I don't see why you don't, at the very least, inquire, see what we can get him for. What do you think?
I remember when Isaiah Wilson was disgruntled and a nuisance in Tennessee. And, for as long as I can remember, the Dolphins have had issues with the O-line. And I said, we got to inquire. You gotta say, okay, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna take? Where's the conversation start? Where's the conversation? And I think we acquired Wilson for a swap of 7s. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a trade, Kadeem. That's like, hey, just take him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was something like that, like a swap of 6s or something like that. So with Tevin Jenkins, he actually was drafted in 2021. I actually liked him when you put me onto him. I seen him before you put me onto him. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then you noted, like you put it out there. I'm like, all right, that's Kadeem's boy for sure. So shout out to everyone who hit me up on social media and in my phone. People hit me up. People call me Kadeem. Hey, ain't that Kadeem's boy? Hey, what you think we should? What you think we should do with Kadeem's boy? So I'm gonna be real with you. So he didn't have a first season because of his back injury. And now there's a new regime in the front office in Chicago. They did not draft him. And I got to imagine that they probably don't like what they see as far as the medicals, and they didn't draft him, but he was a 2nd-round pick that should have been or could have been a 1st-round pick. He was a projected 1st-round pick, and apparently everyone was right for passing on him. And that's what I was giving praises to the Dolphins for. Like, hey, the Dolphins know better than us when it comes to the medicals, right? And he fell to the 2nd, and we're like, damn, how'd he make it that far? Turns out he has a back injury. How bad is this back injury? I think he's only due like $5 million more over 3 seasons, Kadeem. Something of that nature. And you take the chance on that. Like, there's no more, he was a rookie contract, 2nd year. Bro, the Bears already did all the stuff that they had to pay. This is free money. You playing with house money right now. So if you're talking about a 5th-round pick, take 2 of them. This is your lucky day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you bring Tevin Jenkins in. He's actually a right tackle. Yep. So you bring him in, let him play his natural position, and compete with Austin Jackson. And I guess Liam Eichenberg is going to play at guard, which we've heard some good things about Liam Eichenberg at guard so far. And yeah, you let him play right tackle and have him bring him in to compete. Worst case scenario, his medicals aren't right. He's a bust. It's unfortunate you gave up 2. Well, I just said 2/5. I just threw 2/5 out there. You give up 2/5. Guess what, Kadeem? How significant will these 2 5th-round picks be when you're the 30th team in the draft, or the 31st team in the draft? You know what I'm saying? Or the 32nd team in the draft, or the 29th team in the draft, a 5th-round pick. And if you really want to make it a little more debatable, a fourth. You know what I'm saying? Like, how significant are these picks when you're picking so late? So yeah, absolutely. Sign me up, yeah. That was my Conor McGregor voice. Sign me up, yeah. So yeah, man, I say bring them in, holla at them, and I roll the dice, man. What do you have to lose?
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned, you said the Dolphins know better, with medical stuff. It came out over the weekend that Lyle Collins, free agent signing by the Bengals, might not be ready for week one. He's dealing with a back injury. And Dolphins fans kind of said, has Chris Greer done it again? He's avoided a player who back injuries, you know, Collins was someone who free agent right tackle. Dolphins, what are you doing? Get involved. It seems they got involved late, and he went to Cincinnati, didn't leave Cincinnati. Now he might not be ready for week one, and he did have a back injury where they hope he's ready for week one, but they don't even know. Does that change the thinking, and does that basically, super glue the Chris Greer conductor hat to your head? It's like, you know what? I don't even know why I even doubted him. This is why we didn't go for Collins. What do you think?
Kadeem, everyone knows I'm out of town right now. If you're listening to the audio version, you can see the background behind me is not it's not my place. The Chris Greer conductor hat did not travel with me. I would be rocking that hat right now. However, not because we missed out on Lyle Collins, because we were still in on Lyle Collins, and the way we were in on him, it led us to believe that the Dolphins were okay with his medicals. So I'm not one for you dodge a bullet, you dodge a bullet. I'm okay with dodging bullets. Let's dodge some more bullets. Cool. But at the same time, you can't tell me that you're not interested. What Lyle Collins misses the first 3 weeks and then becomes an all-pro. Then what? Like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. I still would have preferred, what I proposed, Lyle Collins and Amari Cooper, and keep our picks, the picks that we gave up for Tyreek Hill, as opposed to Tyreek Hill and also but Teron Armstead still could have been acquired too. So we could have had Teron Armstead, Lyle Collins, and Amari Cooper, as opposed to just Teron Armstead and Tyreek Hill and lose the picks. But just like when Sherrod Steve was on, shout out to Sherrod Steve. We haven't hit you up in a while. We're happy with how we ended up. You know what I'm saying? I think who did you say we were going to draft in that draft? I think you said we were going to take Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts. I said we were going to take Devontae Smith and Sherrod Steve. Well, I said we were going to take Devontae Smith or Waddle. I thought it was going to be Smith. And Sherrod Steve thought it was going to be Kyle Pitts or Kyle, Chase too. So with all that being said, we were still happy that we got Waddle. You know what I'm saying? Don't trip. Like, yo, yeah, we got Waddle. Cool, let's do it. Same thing with this. Yeah, I would have wanted Lyle Collins. You don't think I'm excited about Tyreek Hill? Like, come on now. You ain't got to lie, Craig. So, nah, man, what where you at with it?
Yeah, I can see the people that are like, we've dodged a bullet. It's one of those things where you could call me a hypocrite or anyone a hypocrite for wanting to go and get Tevin Jenkins, who's unproven in the NFL and has back issues, but then wanting to pass on Collins, who is proven, has back issues. I think the difference is the money you give up and the picks you give up. With Collins, it's a matter of with the back issues, I probably would have passed. Simply because, yes, you might have a situation where he misses a few games, comes back, but your back injuries are just something you don't play with. And like I said, I'm willing to take a flyer on someone who is owed a couple of $1 million and you're giving up a 5th or 4th round pick. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Even though you don't give up no picks for Collins, you're paying him $10 million a year, and I'm not paying someone $10 million a year to be going in and out of the injury room.
Hold on, Kadeem. You just paid Teron Armstead, and that's what we're gonna get out of him, and we're paying him more than that.
Yeah, but the thing with his Armstead, it's not back issues.
I mean, there's injury issues.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. You know, Armstead's another one who I think with Armstead it's more a case of his. They're both veterans, but I think people are kind of already seeing that Armstead is, you know, another offensive line coach, just the way he conducts himself and the way he teaches. I don't think Collins quite has that. Listen, if Collins continues to play at an all-pro level, no one cares if he's not bringing along the rest of the offensive line. And as we all know, our quarterback is left-handed, so you secure that right. You know, you secure the right-hand side of the line. But yeah.
So for the record, to paint a picture for everyone, Devontae Parker, I don't have the numbers, but we mentioned him on this podcast. I think he played like 75% of the games. Devontae Parker played like 75% of the past 4 years of his games, something like that. And Teron Armstead played 72. So it was less than Devontae Parker, and we kind of had a feel of, dang, Devontae Parker feels like he never plays. It was a number like that, but I do know that Parker played more than Teron Armstead in the past few years, and that didn't sit well with me. I ain't gonna lie to you, like that don't sit well with me. But it is what it is, man. You got to roll the dice. You gotta put your trust into something. You gotta what else are you gonna do? I mean. Yeah, I'm open to trading the house for some linemen. You know what I'm saying? I'm also open to drafting Penei Sewell at 3 and not trading back. I was open for that. So, yeah, man, this is where we at. But nah, Tevin Jenkins, he's actually a great run blocker too. So it's like, what do you do? I mean, we're not, bro. Dolphins are gonna have this. We're going to be in the playoffs this year. And matter of fact, since we're talking about this, we have an episode coming up on Go Time Dolphins, and we're just going to talk about betting. It's a betting episode. Might as well call it the easy money episode. And we're gonna hopefully get you guys to some easy money before the season starts. What bets to look out for, which bets to avoid, what prop bets you want to keep an eye on. What players do you think are going to do X, Y, and Z? So we're going to have a betting episode come up. And since we're talking about it, you got to bet on somebody, Kadeem. So if you're going to hold on to a 4th-round pick, which who knows what that's going to turn out to be, why not put it into some like Tevin Jenkins? And that's a need. And we see what happens, what we get from it.
Yeah, definitely. And very, very quickly on Tevin Jenkins. Obviously, you know, we took a flyer on Isaiah Wilson. We've taken a flyer on, you know, Damon Arnett and stuff like that. They left their team because of, you know, off-the-field issues. You know, just a not mentality thing, but like, you know, a maturity thing. Jenkins seems like it's just injuries, and hopefully with the, you know, the medical attention he's received on the back, he should be good going forward. Because again, go back and watch his college tape. The guy is nasty. And one of my favorite things about him, he wears glasses. So you think, who's this like nerdy looking kid? And he puts the pads on. Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Hey, y'all come on over to bonus time with us. Chop it up a little bit more. And we'll give you a little foreshadowing on the betting episode that we got coming up. It may not be the next one, but it's coming up fairly soon here. But y'all come on over to bonus time with us. Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time.
What's wrong with you, bro?
I ain't wasting no time.
Stroking my beard.
You finished?
Yeah.
You got something?
Before we got into what you were talking about, the foreshadowing, we didn't discuss I'm not a UFC guy, it's not for me. But we didn't discuss UFC in London, and I wanted to discuss it because Paddy the Baddy won again. Molly won with a was it like a back elbow or something like that?
Spinning elbow.
Spin elbow, where that was nasty. But I kind of want to talk about the main event, which ended after like 15 seconds because a guy like tore his HL or something like that. Like, yeah, that was just that's never nice to see. And could you update our before Go Time MMA starts, kind of merge the two worlds together, I guess.
So it's funny that you say before Go Time MMA starts, because Charlie Wilson literally just texted me 3 minutes ago. Literally, and we're talking about getting Go Time MMA up and running. So he just texted me, and so Tom Aspinall fought Curtis Blades in the main event in London. And 4 months ago, in that other London card that happened earlier this year, it was similar cast. Tom Aspinall won, Meatball Molly McCarran won, Paddy the Baddy won, and they were all on this card too. So same things going on. The cards going in the Englander. I don't know. Let me not be.
Yeah.
Let me stay in my lane. It's going y'all way. It's going in y'all favor. The home team's favor, right? And it's the main event. Tom Aspinall is from England. I think he's from Liverpool.
He's another Liverpool lad.
Yeah, I think. What you just said, bro?
He's another Liverpool lad.
So anyway,
no,
I know.
No, he is not from Liverpool.
Where's he from?
He's from a place called Salford, which is near Manchester.
Oh, my bad. Y'all spare me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get right before Go Time MMA come out. I'm gonna get right.
I think that's where Michael Bisping is from.
Bisping, my dog.
Yeah, Bisping is also he's from California, but fights out of Manchester, England. So yeah,
teammate of Darren Till and Tom Aspinall. He got the main event, and if you win this, you're in line for a title fight. If you're not in line for a title fight, you're in line for a title fight eliminator. So you're going to get like the number one contender type stuff. He comes out. Everyone knows it's going to be a fight. These are two agile heavyweights, super agile heavyweights. Curtis Blades is an all-American wrestler. Tom Aspinall is an all-around, probably the most agile heavyweight in the UFC. So we know we're going to get like a pretty entertaining bout. It ends in 15 seconds. They throw hands. Aspinall throws a flying knee out the bell and throws a kick. Blaze checks it. Aspinall puts his foot down and the MCL goes. All in 15 seconds. Like, if you didn't see the fight, that was the fight. You didn't have to go watch it. It was, and he was in pain. The man fell on his back. He had his knee in his hand, and he was just holding it for like what seemed to be about 10 minutes before they could get him out the octagon. He couldn't even bend it to like put it on the ground and have them like they just held it, and it was still like bent. It was the worst. Like, you don't wish that on nobody. So who knows the next time we're gonna see Tom Aspinall? But that's how the main event went down.
Yeah, I wanted to discuss it the next episode we recorded, but it completely slipped my mind. And after I was like, snap, should have spoke about it. But what are you talking about in terms of the foreshadowing?
Yeah, so we got a big bet alert. Someone out there put $1,000, $1,000 on Tua Tagovailoa to win the MVP this year, and it brings back $75,000 if it hits. So 1,000 brings back 75,000. And in the episode we have about betting, we're gonna talk about all the good bets, all the bad bets, all the great bets, all the sucker bets, all the let's take this bet. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle a little something here, right? Bro, Kadeem, where do you think Tua ends up in the MVP race? Matter of fact, let's not do MVP race. Where does he end up in the quarterback race? Is he a top 5 quarterback when the season ends? Is he a top 10 quarterback when the season ends? Is he on your list, number 20, where you had him in your quarterback rankings? Where's he end up?
I think this is a really good place to end because for me, a good Tua season, what I'm expecting, he moves up into. He moves in and around between 10 and 15.
See, this is why it's exactly a good place to end, because that's blasphemy, bro. 10 to 15. Bro, we're not going to the playoffs if Tua's a 10 to 15 quarterback, bro. 15? We got a 15th ranked quarterback. No, you're right. We'll go to the playoffs, but Tua's better than a 15 ranked quarterback, LB. I mean, my bad. This is how much me and LB go at it. Kadeem, like, yo, like 15, bro.
Okay. Bearing in mind you had him at what? 11?
I had him at 10.
You had him at 10, but you didn't have someone else in there.
No, I had him at 9, but Watson
cool.
wasn't on my list. So technically, Tua was a top 10 quarterback in my opinion.
And again, it's your list, it is what it is. I've moved him up 5 to 10 places with a good season. Yeah. Not even that with the same logic. If Tua has the season that you expect him to have, could you, with your chest, say he's a top 5 quarterback? Bearing in mind, the top 5 is normally, like, barring injury, the top 2/3 are probably going to be Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. Like,
bro, what criteria makes you a top 5 quarterback? So if he has a top 5 season, at what point do we say, oh, he's not a top 5 quarterback? But he had a top 5 season, and that was what we were arguing in the comments. Shout out to everyone who rocks with us in the comments, because we went back and forth about this too. Like, someone said, oh, if he's a top 10 quarterback this year, it doesn't mean you were right last year, Charlie. And I'm like, all right, cool, that's fair. No, but a lot of people said that, to be fair. So if Dog balls out and he's in the conversation of, like, Kyler Murray. Last year, Kyler Murray was on pace to be an MVP or in, like, runner-up. He was in the MVP conversation, and he lost his receiver and then fell off the face of the earth. If Tua is in the conversation to be MVP like Kyler Murray was, he was in the conversation, y'all tune in to Go Time Dolphins, because Charlie Touche's co-host is going to get it for having Tua ranked at number 20. I promise you that. That's for sure. So
if having a number 20,
yes.
For having number 20 last year,
yes.
So if Tua has an amazing season this year, they're gonna have a go at me for him being number 20 before he had an amazing season. That's not how life works. How is that how life works?
I'm having a go at you, mate.
Yeah, but have a go at me based on facts, not based on.
It's not facts. It's not facts. These are not facts. It's all subjective. No. None of this is facts.
Okay, you're right, but you can't have a go at me for something I said last year based on the evidence of last year. Now, let me finish. Now, if he has an MVP season and I say he's 20, then do go off.
No. See, your Tua train ticket might get revoked.
No, it won't.
This is a good place to end it. This is a good place to end it. Like, hey, I'm about to go walk the train cars and see who got their Tua ticket. Like, because this is unacceptable.
Like I said, when I had Tua at 20, I don't think he was playing at a top 10 level. I said he can get a lot better, because we all know he can get a lot better. Now, I can understand that, you can have a bad season and be 10th, and you get a lot better and get to 1. For me, like, I project a lot higher for Tua. And the question you asked me is that Tua had a good season, where'd you put him? Not if he has an MVP season. I said Tua had a good season. And I said if he has a good season, I put him between 10 and 15. And that's like sacrilege. Don't do that. Like I said, if Tua has an MVP season and I have him at 20, then yeah, by all means go off. But like I said, you had him at 9, moved him back to 10. And I think we can kind of all agree that the top 3, barring injury and a dramatic fall in grace, is basically already locked on. That basically,
no, we can't all agree. We can't all agree, because you're only as good as your last game, Kadeem. Like, yo, this is the end of this episode, man. You're only as good as your last game. Just because Mahomes and Rodgers are Mahomes and Rodgers, if Rodgers just had a season where it was a down season, probably like 2-3 years ago that happened, and everybody said he was done. and then he came back to back MVP. So no, it don't work like that, bro. Rodgers was not a top 3 quarterback when he had a bad season. So he won 2 MVPs back to back and became the best ever again. Like, that's fair. So nah, you just not locked into the position, bro. Like, we're not doing this.
Because again, go back and listen to what I said. I said barring a fall from grace or injury, which means they keep playing the way they're playing, because there's been no fall from grace and no injury, then the top 3 is, in my opinion, pretty much locked on. Because
I'm checking tickets, Kadeem, and your ticket sounded like you might have a counterfeit to it again now, bro.
Check tickets, because when you listen to what I said when I spoke about the top 3 being locked on, if there's no injury and no fall from grace, and you're talking about only good your last game, no, the context I'm applying to this top 3 is that they keep on playing the way they're playing. So if Mahomes, Rodgers, and Josh Allen have another Mahomes, Rodgers, and Josh Allen season, I don't think it's egregious to say that's basically going to be the top 3. Now, obviously, a Tua, a Lamar Jackson, the 2 quarterbacks we don't talk about, if they do amazing things, then yeah, they're going to be in around that conversation. But the context I was applying was those 3 guys I named have had another amazing season. That's not egregious to say that. This is why we can't talk quarterbacks.